Hello everyone, and welcome to the second episode of the new series, which is called Common Mistakes. If you watched the first episode, you know that we talk about the common mistakes that we all make, that are easy to make and are hard to correct unless somebody tells us, points it out, what is wrong with the drawing. Now the purpose of this series is to put on, out there for you guys who are learning to draw more material that could help you to progress faster and get better results. So in this episode we will be talking about the arm. The most common mistake that everybody makes who's learning to draw the human form is that there's a general understanding that the arm is positioned on the side of the body. Now this creates a particular problem because there's just not enough space to place the arm, and the reason for that is that the arm essentially isn't positioned at the side of the body. Now I'll just do a quick sketch of the body here. So, and this is only for you to see the positioning that I will be doing in another view. So this is a body in profile, or more or less profile. With the arm somewhere there, and the back flowing there. Now I'm going to draw the same figure, just looking down straight from the top and from behind. So somewhere there would be the head. I'll just do it very lightly so we can see the rest of the body. Now the neck, as we know, is always tilted forward. It has this angle here. And then the body itself, the rib cage would be somewhere there, the sternum in the front, the pectoralis muscles, and the arms are somewhere there. And then the back, the scapula, the spinal cord, the other scapula. Haven't divided it equally, but roughly. So as you can see, the arms, if I was to, so that's the sternum, that's the opening for the neck. If I was to finish the rib cage, it would come all the way somewhere here. And the arm is part of the body, it's not attached from the side. So if I put in the deltoideus muscle roughly, it would come all the way up here. So this muscle here comes all the way there. And this attachment comes from attachment to the scapula. So if I draw just quickly a scapula, there's the spine here with this bit at the side. Now here in this bit here we have a cavity that houses the bone of the upper arm, and it is attached in roughly about this manner. So this point here, which we all can feel on our shoulders, is right at the top. It's already halfway into the arm. And that's what's giving us the arm to be part of the body. So it is inserted in that housing that the scapula provides. Now this housing is very shallow, so it allows for a large range of movement of the arm. So what happened here in this drawing on the left hand side, you can see that the arm is just too muscly for the proportion of the body itself, and the reason for that is it kind of eats into the rib cage. The rib cage has been drawn in, but it's just the arm eats in. On the other side, on the right hand side, the arm is moved further out to allow for the rib cage to take up some space. Now that creates that flat, elongated shoulder. So if I was to just sketch up that drawing, I will turn it a tiny bit. No artist ever likes to draw just a full view from the front or from the back. It's hard to do because it easily becomes flat. So you got the neck, and then we have the shoulders. Now there is the 7th cervical vertebrae that is very, very good to use as a landmark. So I will put in the rib cage roughly in a shape that it's supposed to be, in proportion to that head, more or less. And then we have the pelvis further down, somewhere there. Now, put in a couple of ears to make it a little bit okay. So as we have shown in this drawing here, the scapula is somewhere about there. This is where the bone of the arm is inserted. That's the other one there. So that's the insertion point of the bone. Now what happens with the arm? So the shoulder itself is fairly short, and then it becomes, that's the point here, the high point, this point here, and then it becomes the deltoideus, and from the back view, what happens is that actually, because of this position of the arm being closer to the front than to the side, so it's kind of moved forward and to the side rather than just being outside and out. What happens is that actually the torso takes up most of the space in the back. And the arm then takes up the rest. I mean, this arm is actually bent the other way around, so I'll just correct that quickly. So we don't have to put it on the side. And this arm here kind of disappears in the front. So the torso itself takes up most of this space here because the arm is positioned further to the front. And that's what's important to keep in mind. So we're not trying to fit in the scapula there approximately. So we're not trying to fit too large a volume in too small a space. Okay, so that's for this drawing. I might bring this drawing back in another episode of the common mistakes, for the time being.